How is the airship controlled when there is a strong wind, when there is a high-speed wind? And another person asks, are there any videos showing that there was a strong wind and the airship maintained its course? You see, it's very simple in general. You see, the airship is flying. It's not flying against the wind, it's flying in the wind. So it doesn't really care. Well, only if there are some small vortices. They are localized. There are practically no such vortices at altitude. So it's not a question of it being controlled inside the wind. The question is that the speed inside the wind is higher than the wind speed, and significantly. We are setting a speed of 120 kilometers per hour for this airship. The cruising speed is about 90 kilometers per hour. So, well, what is it? 90 kilometers per hour is 25 meters per second. Well, ask people, has anyone ever encountered a 25 meter per second wind in their life somewhere outdoors? Not heard about that, but come across that themselves. And 120 is 110. Well, how many? 120. At the speed of 120, it's at 25, people get blown away. I mean, people don't go out. Why they're talking about that? If you fly and the wind is 15 meters per second, having 25 or 30, yes, there is that difference. We get to where we need to go. Yes, if it is against the wind, we fly longer, but that's natural. If it's in the wind, then we fly faster. So there is no question about that. The wind is much more dangerous when standing on the ground. That's where it gets turbulence near the ground, and there can be very high winds. But this is what we want to practice. This is also standing on the mast. The norms require up to 35 meters if you stand for a long time. 35 meters is enough. So I don't see any takeoff and landing, yes. But I don't know helicopters that land at 25 meters per second. It's the same thing in aviation. Existing aircraft have been flying for 100 years and they have limitations. Everything has limitations. And ships, during a storm, they go away or hide in bays. Otherwise, they will be thrown ashore. It's all the elements. You have to respect them. Well, in general, if you think about it that way, then yes, indeed, there are the elements, but for some reason, there are these questions about airships. Won't they be blown away by the wind? But then, will a helicopter not be blown away by the wind in a hurricane, or a ship? Will it sink in a storm? A helicopter will be blown away if it's not anchored on the ground in a storm. Of course, big airplanes, they have high speed. There are a lot of drones being used everywhere now. A drone doesn't fly well in strong winds. It flips over, that's it. I mean, basically, an airship, it's safer in the air. Like a ship at sea, right? It goes to sea in a storm because it's on the water, and a submarine goes underwater and it's safe there. But of course, where there is the border of air and land, yes. And there are no people there after all. We won't have people there.